Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you to whoever subscribed, like the video if you enjoy. I don't even know what I say at the beginning of these videos anymore. We're back, and somehow, if you guys didn't see last video, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Somehow, the cord came in literally one day. I ordered it yesterday, and we have a cord. Now, for some of you who are thinking, what cord are you talking about, Jordan? Well, I'll explain, okay? In the last video, I really wanted to do a transmission tune in the M2. The tune goes by the name of Thor. It's a company that kind of took those classic like GTS, CS transmission tunes, TCU tunes, and made it more specialized for the M2. Companies like BootMod and others that do it. Supposedly, no shade to BootMod, especially since I haven't even tested it myself, just from what I've heard from friends, it's not as tailored to the M2 as it would be to like the M3, M4, if I understood that right. So I got the cord, we're finally gonna do it. We're gonna do a GTS tune, and there might be a chassis tune I can do. As long as it doesn't cost like $1,000, I'll do it. The Thor GTS tune, I believe, costs $200. And the reason I had to get this cord is because I have an OBD2 to Ethernet. That's like how you connect a computer to your car. But it's so hard to find an Ethernet to Lightning because this tune needs to be done from your phone. So I ordered one, and hopefully this one works. It should work. The last time the actual Ethernet wasn't popping up on my phone because I was using like a connector, and then into that connector I plugged in a whole separate cord, and I think it was just too many connectors. So before we get into it, welcome to Driven by Jordan. Now, we gotta plug in this OBD62WW34567, which I usually just kind of feel around for it. I did miss it many times there. Now, I have this stupid Ethernet thing. Who uses that? Ooh, watch this like not fit. Oh my God, I'd be so sad. Okay. That's what we like to see. Let's go. All right, let's close the door. Here we are, Thor. That's probably backwards for you, so it probably says Rot. I don't know. Okay. Ooh, you are currently connected to the Thor Wi-Fi adapter. Yes, we made it. DCT package. Unlock. Dual clutch transmission. Series. Road and Track CS Club Sport map. Log in. I couldn't log in. You have to connect a car. Wait, it said I was connected. Thor would like to connect a device on your local. Yes. Unable to establish connection. Please make sure the adapter is connected correctly and try again. That's not good. Hello? Don't do this to me. Not connected. You guys are gonna be bored. 1 second. I now have to buy the package, and I'm so lucky because it's Cyber Monday and they got mad Black Friday deals. So I just bought the dynamic and the transmission package. So I'm gonna get all the steering inputs, the chassis, it messes with your limited slip diff, and then we're also gonna tune the TCU. So this will be a big tuning video. But right now, I'm gonna express check out this BZ. Yeah, I probably won't say that again. I got like almost half off. So I'm gonna buy it, and then we're gonna start flashing together. I don't wanna bore you guys. It should take about 10 minutes. We're at 0% though, so I don't know how good that is, but it's making noises, and that's always a good thing. First, we're gonna do the GTS transmission tune, and then after we're gonna do the drivetrain tune. I think it turns my traction off button, which is kind of like a stability control button, not to fully, it's kind of hard to explain. The traction button's weird, I don't exactly know what it's for. Some people claim that it like changes the sound of their burbles, which it does for some odd reason, but supposedly it turns out into like an Mdm mode button and disables everything and turns the car into like a straight burnout king. So I don't know if that's, I don't know. We're gonna find things out. Oh shoot, we're at 12%. I cannot wait. In my honest opinion, DCT, the dual clutch from BMW, is one of the best dual clutch transmissions that you can find in a sports car. Obviously it doesn't compete with McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini's dual clutch in the Huracan, but it's really good. But with that being said, I also think that it has the most corks out of any dual clutch. For example, I had DSG in my Golf R, which is Volkswagen's dual clutch. Again, a really good dual clutch transmission. Honestly, had a lot less corks than this one, and features, as Doug would say. It was a little more smooth when I put my car in reverse. My car was in reverse. It honestly shifted quicker overall. So first gear through 6th gear in that car. I don't think it has 7th gear if I don't remember correctly. All of them were smooth shifts. Now, some of the shifts in this car are quicker than all of the shifts in that car. So in this car, like 2nd through 6th, maybe 3rd through 6th / 7th again, are all super super, super fast. But for some reason, first gear and sometimes second gear in this car are just a little weird. Like I said in my last video, when you put this car in reverse, it literally takes a second. Like some dude under the hood is like running a manual transmission, because obviously this car like roll backwards as dual clutches usually work. They're kind of manual transmission-ish, just connected to paddles, which my Golf never did. I don't think my Golf, when I put it in a drive, would ever roll backwards. So I think this dual clutch is a more like raw form of a dual clutch transmission, or maybe my Golf was just weird. I don't know why my Golf didn't roll back now that I think about it. Hey guys, we're currently 3 minutes into our flash, 30%. Let's go, baby! Drivetrain malfunction. Yes, this should fix everything. I think this is gonna be a really cool video. I'm really curious to see how this is. I wonder if it makes the car sound different. I wonder if it'll make when I put it in reverse quicker. I don't know. There's so many things it could do. I have a buddy Seb with his M2. I know he has a TCU tune and he says it's super lightning quick, so I'm kind of expecting that. My buddy Charles, who has a nastily built M2, probably more built than any M2 I've ever seen, aside from big power. He did like the real stuff and made his engine absolutely bulletproof, from brake lines to 3 different mounted intercoolers to just stuff you wouldn't even think about, but he has his stock turbo still running. He really recommends this. I actually put our phone call, part of our phone call in of him to kind of explain to me what Thor was in our last video, and he says he loves it and it absolutely changed the car, so I cannot wait to see. And then the steering in this car is really heavy, and I think they kind of did it on purpose just to make it like feel a little less electronic, but I think, if I'm not mistaken from what I've read, the drivetrain tune messes with the steering and actually makes it a little less stiff, in a good way, supposedly. Like lighter, not less stiff, I guess. I don't know. I haven't done a ton of reading on this. I'm kind of just shooting from the hip here and trusting Charles with my life. So Charles, if this messes my car up, you owe me your M2. 42%, baby, let's go. I don't want to blabber on too much. I'm gonna see you guys when I'm done. We'll take the car out for a drive and I'll let you know if I can recommend the Thor tune to you guys. Thor, you should have sponsored this video, but you missed out. So there'll be no link in the description. All right. When I do a boot mod tune, it didn't tell me to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna turn my car off for like 5 seconds, wait 5 seconds, and turn it back on. Boom. Uno, a dos, a tres, a cuatro, cinco. If you're Spanish, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, we have no check engine lights. My car's really loud. Not because of the tune, it's just loud anyway. We'll see right now if we put it in the drive, if it's any quicker. No. I also don't know what happens with modes. I don't really know anything. I waved to that lady. She did not wave back. So we're currently in comfort mode. I don't know what this changes about comfort mode. I actually don't know, again, just about anything. Well, everything feels the same, so I guess it's just a whole load of horse. I'm just kidding, you get it, because I haven't even done anything. I've just gone 6 feet. What if this is complete ass? All right, we're gonna go into race mode. This is not a sound video. We're gonna close the windows for better documentation. All right, so we're gonna bump into sport mode. We're in 7th gear. Okay. I'm not sure I feel much of a difference yet, but I have also just done 3 downshifts and that's about it. Oh my god, my heat's been on this whole time. I'm an idiot head. Probably should have read more up on this to see like what's going on. One thing I want to see if it improves is the shifts in Sport Plus in this car. I don't know if they did it on purpose to make it feel like it's a brutal single clutch, but it's a little brutal and it needs to relax. All right, first gear shift. I don't know if I feel anything. Pop her in a little Sport Plus-y. That's where maybe it only works in Sport Plus. Guys, well, again, we have no idea what's happening right now. We have, by we, I mean me. You guys could have an idea, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I probably should have read more directions again. All right, Sport Plus. Oh, okay. It doesn't usually make that noise. Ooh, okay. It makes the shifts a lot smoother in Sport Plus. Thank God, that is all I wanted. Yes, it got rid of the stupid grunt thing. That I like, that I can get behind. All right. Okay, I like this. Also, the car usually needs to get used to some sort of tune just because the ECU is a little confused on what's going on. So we'll drive it around for a little and I'll get back to you guys. So far, it feels substantially different, especially in Sport Plus mode. We do need to go back to Sport, but for right now, so less jolty. Let's go back to Sport and see if we feel any difference in that now. By the way, if you did not see my last video, both of my valves in both of my cars have been broken. Not broken necessarily in my GT4. They were broken. There was some sort of issue with the vacuum lines, and I'm not gonna tell you what it was. And in the last video, we fixed it. And at the same time, the day before, or at least one of the days where I was filming for that video, I happened to finally pair my M Performance remote and found out that my valves in this car have been closed the entire time. I have filmed sound videos, exhaust clips, tunnel runs in this car over and over again, thinking my valves were open when the whole time they were closed. Now it sounds good. Yes. The transmission feels delightful. This was well needed. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna do the drivetrain tune and see how that feels with the steering. We're gonna test out this Mdm mode that I'll now have supposedly. I'm gonna probably read more up on everything too, just so I know. Before that, let's get one last little pull. It's actually nice. I used to actually not drive in sport mode before because those shifts just killed me. And it's actually a little bit of a power loss between sport and sport plus, and I was literally willing to take that loss because I didn't want to deal with the shifts. And now I can drive in sport plus all the time. And there are these really nice shift farts that you get now. I wouldn't even call them farts. They're like just savagery. This car sounds insane with the valves open now. It's just a monster is what it is. I'll go in my lane, no problem. Yeah, this car's coming together, guys. We are going to do a full build for this car. It's going to be the first car I ever build the SHIT out of. Family friendly, baby. Let's go. Back to the house. Drivetrain tune. 100%. It was supposed to take 23 minutes estimated, and it took 5. It's just gonna wait for this last second. Once it's after 100%, it just needs to like sink in. I think it's putting my car back to normal. I hope so. I don't know. It also asked me if in US we have tire pressure monitor sensor monitors, TPMS, one of the two, and I'm 99% sure we do. Okay, but if I'm wrong, well then shucks. I'm pretty sure we get this car, especially in US, has them. We're gonna do what we did last time. So we're gonna go boom. Uno, deux. Actually, let's do it different. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's French, by the way. Okay, we should be good. Huh. There's not a lot of turns around where I am right now. I forgot it messed with the diff too. So we messed with the diff, we messed with the steering, we made like an Mdm mode. Supposedly the Mdm mode is not the safest because it's obviously messed with your stability control, and when you're driving on regular roads, I would not mess with your stability control. That's just me. You do you. Let's go to Sport Plus, dude. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why we waste our time anyway in other modes. So I just remembered Charles, who rants about this, actually has a manual M2. So I just realized when he's been ranting to me, he hasn't even been talking about the TCU tune, the transmission tune, which was what my main idea of this was. He'd been ranting about like drivetrain tune, which is what we're testing right now. So I guess this is actually amazing. My hope is that the steering does feel lighter. I haven't taken a turn yet because I just went to Sport Plus. Let's see how the steering feels, because the steering is a little overly heavy in this car. First turn, Sport Plus, transmission, and chassis has been tuned. Feels like, yeah, huh. Just an FYI, an X5M dressed up as a reindeer just drove by. I like that. Yeah, it does feel lighter. I mean, I can't feel a ton. Here, let's do a U-turn. Difference out of everything I just did is how much it doesn't jolt like a single clutch in Sport Plus anymore. To me, that is so important. All right, let's go into Mdm mode, see how this goes. I am gonna get a little sideways here on an obvious private cul-de-sac. So with that being said, I don't want any cars around me. Not that I'm hiding from anybody, that would be just ridiculous and absurd. Yep. That's good. I like that. It's like it almost feels a little traction-y. Yeah, that's cool. Huh. Look, I'm not gonna act like I'm the drift king here, but I actually felt a difference. So if I could explain this the right way, it's almost like when you disable everything, so when you turn off traction and stability fully, you're drifting, but the car, how do I explain? The car is just like on ice. Like it's completely, like you could drift, slide, maybe do a U-turn slide or a full donut, and if you go a little too much, your car will keep spinning. This actually allows you to like throttle modulate it a little more, where like it has more grip on standby if you need it, if that makes sense. It's almost like a traction drift mode, if that makes sense. But that did feel really nice. Wow, wow. I've actually never tracked in my life, so a lot of this is gonna come in handy when I track. But I do want to bring the GT4 to the track first instead of this, so. All right, let's do this now. Let's do like a little burnout on this road here. As I said that, I passed an officer on a motorcycle. Not that I was doing anything illegal. I would never, ever do that. If you're an officer watching this, I abide by the law. I'm a child of the law. I don't know what that means. I decided not to do a burnout. Probably was the best idea. He also turned his lights on and was about to U-turn, so I thought I was going to jail for a second, but I luckily did not. That's good news, right? I did do a donut about 5 seconds prior, obviously again on a close road, so he's probably looking for me, even though it was a closed road. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below if you've either driven a car with a Thor tune, if you have a car that's been tuned by Thor, if you have an M2 or M3, M4 that's been tuned by another tuner like Boot Mod or JB4. Maybe they do a transmission tune, I don't know, but make sure it has to do with a transmission or a drivetrain tune. This car feels really set up right now, really good. In the next couple weeks, we are doing, literally on Wednesday, I'm going to get a part installed. One of two parts, actually. The second part hasn't came in yet, that I'm partnering with a company, and then we're gonna go stage 2 on this car, so I'm sure you guys can kind of get an idea of what part that's coming. Yeah, so that's gonna be a really exciting video. That'll probably be one of the next videos. Once again, if you have a car you want me to drive, email me, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.